The theory of evolution. I'm a born-again Christian and I agree wholeheartedly with Charles Darwin concerning the theory of evolution. Why do I agree with him? Because on his deathbed he renounced his theory and he gave his life to Jesus Christ. So yes, I agree with Charles Darwin. The book of Genesis tells us very clearly that God made all the creatures each of their own flesh. So even if you examined this theory, who Charles Darwin himself renounced before Jesus Christ, you will find that it is completely impossible to prove. I heard someone ask one day, well, you haven't disproved the theory of evolution, speaking about Christians. And my reply was, there's nothing to disprove. The theory of evolution has never been proved. Therefore, what's there to disprove? It's completely untrue, and Charles Darwin himself agrees. Now, if evolution, just for one moment, if we forget the fact that Charles Darwin himself renounced that ridiculous idea, we could say, well, there seems to be clues in DNA. I mean, we've got the same DNA as a worm. Well, 99% of it. Yeah, 99% of it. And we've got 99% the same as an elephant and as of a bear and of whatever you want to choose. But the point is, each animal and humans have got a different flesh. Therefore, if an elephant evolved from a fish, it would have the flesh of a fish. It wouldn't have the flesh of an elephant. And this is one point that people who believe the theory that Charles Darwin himself renounced as some kind of a fact, that, well, it must have evolved from a fish. The only type of evolution that has happened on this earth has been by genetic interference, and that was done by the demon angels who came to the earth and if you read the book of Enoch and the book of Jasher, you will also see that 200 demon angels came down to this earth and had children with the women. And taught mankind all sorts of evil and all sorts of nonsense, which led to their destruction and leads to their destruction even to this day. One of those things that they taught came from the father of all lies, their leader, Satan himself. They taught people lies. They taught people how to denounce God and how to fight against God, their Father, who created them and loves them and came down personified in Jesus Christ to die for them, to save them from the trap that Satan and his demon angels have set for the world. And that trap revolves completely around lies. And one of those biggest lies that's been perpetuated for years is the ridiculous notion of evolution. Charles Darwin himself said it's not true and gave his life to Jesus. I agree with Charles Darwin because on his deathbed he felt that terrible fear that he was going to meet his creator, not his evolutioner. We will, those of us who are alive at the time, meet the so-called gods of evolution, because they will come back, just like the Lord has told us that they will come back. and they will cause the most terrible and awful misery, pain and destruction on this earth. And Jesus Christ himself has told us that only those who call upon the name of Jesus shall be saved. No one else will be saved. It doesn't matter if you've got your tent and your camping kit ready and your water purifier and your survival kit and a few gas canisters. It's not that simple. It's not 2012 you need to worry about. The Lord has told us that there will be 42 months of the most terrible tribulation. We're all in a great deal of danger. Do what Charles Darwin did before his end. He gave his life to Jesus. Renounce evolution. Give your life to Jesus because he gave his life for you. And it's the only thing that's going to save you from what's about to come on this world.